How sexual assault allegations against a US chess grandmaster went unaddressed for years. Numerous women have accused elite player and coach Alejandro Ramirez of misconduct. Two bodies that run chess in the US allegedly knew of accusations for several years. The allegations represent a stunning turn for Mr. Ramirez, a 34-year-old who was once the second youngest grandmaster in the world and the first from Central America to earn the title. Mr. Ramirez, who was born in Costa Rica, switched to representing the US in international competition in 2011. In addition to playing at an elite level, he has helped coach a world championship contender, mentored younger players, and built a profile as a go-to commentator for marquee events. Mr. Ramirez issued a press release through his attorney saying that he resigned from his role to the St. Louis Chess Club and as coach of the St. Louis University chess team because the investigations now being run by US Chess and the club had become a negative distraction. A lawyer for the St. Louis Chess Club wrote in a 2021 letter that it was aware of Ms. Shahadi's allegations in 2020. In 2021, the club and US Chess were informed of allegations against Mr. Ramirez, including the abuse of a 15-year-old, according to interviews and documents reviewed by the Journal. Wait a second. So what they're saying here is that US Chess Federation, which is they're the governing body of chess here in the United States, they were aware of these allegations in 2021, and we're now in 2023 and nothing has happened. And documents reviewed by the Journal. Mr. Ramirez was nonetheless tapped to coach the US women's team at the World Chess Olympiad in Chennai, India in 2022. Oh my gosh. So what to even say about this? So it's like they were aware of the allegations in 2021, but he was still coaching the women's team at the Olympiad in 2022. St. Louis Chess Club didn't respond to specific questions about its knowledge of the allegations. After the Journal's inquiries, the club said in a statement that it accepted Mr. Ramirez's resignation on Monday and that it has no further comment on this employment matter. Mr. Ramirez was the club's highest paid employee in 2018 and 2019, the most recent years for which the club's full tax returns were available through the Internal Revenue Service. Really? Wow. Okay. So he was the club's highest paid employee. This is a lot to unpack here. I mean, it seems like the powers that be had some inkling that things were going on at the very least, as far back as like 2020, if not earlier, like 2016, 2017. So none of this is good. There was talk of him being a bit sleazy, messaging very young girls, she said. She also warned other players never to hang out with him one-on-one because he was a slimy person. When the woman, no longer competitive chess player, read Ms. Shahadi's post last month, she messaged her within 5 minutes. And that is the end of the article. It's written by Andrew Beaton and Joshua Robinson at the Wall Street Journal. Yeah, this is very distressing to hear. You know, I think in general terms, I will give my 5 cents about what I'm familiar with. I'm not familiar with any of this stuff. This comes as a huge shock to me. I am aware that Alejandro was a bit of a playboy. He liked girls, but in terms of everything beyond that, I had no knowledge of any of this. So this comes as a huge shock to me. You know, again, obviously, I'm not a lawyer, just like I'm not a data scientist. But what's not clear to me is that it would appear that we're talking about things that could be criminal in nature, right? That this appears criminal. This is criminal in nature. But the bodies that are basically reviewing all this appear to be not criminal but civil, I guess, or something like that. If I understand it correctly, is that basically like the chess club and the US Chess Federation, they're not law enforcement, right? They're not law enforcement. These are I don't know if civil or what the word is, but nonetheless, they're not. It seems like what's being said here, I mean, if it's true, is just, I mean, isn't it just a crime?